Is that in the team room?
No, we went there.
You went there.
Yeah.
Did you see the smokehouse?
About most of our team did.
Most of your team. Can
Yeah.
you talk a little bit about that experience? What you guys eat? What was your favorite? What was it like? How did that come together?
I believe him and Davis are good buddies. I know Davis and Drew went there like 3 or 4 times the week that Davis was helping Drew out in a tournament. So I'm assuming they go pretty far back, and we were able to meet Dean there, and yeah, it was really good. We had brisket, we had hush puppies, we had chicken, like a kind of a spicy-ish chicken, 3 types of sauces, mac and cheese, 2 different kinds of coleslaw, and 1 more protein. Pulled pork, thank you. But yeah, it was a very nice evening.
What was the highlight for you?
I don't know. It was just really relaxing. It's nice. A little bit. My dad loves barbecue, and my caddy loves barbecue. So it's not on the top of my list, but I do enjoy it if it's done correctly. And obviously, it was done correctly, so I did enjoy it very much.
Doing stuff like that on a week like this, is that a good way to unwind the team?
Yeah, I think so. We started outside. There's a little open bar there, appetizers. We're all kind of hanging out, waiting for a few of the guys to finish up practicing, which is perfect. And then we moved along inside, and it was very family style, and big old tables with our team spread out everywhere, and it was very enjoyable.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Xander, what's it like being such a big favorite here, even more so than normal years, given all the guys that missing since you live?
No different. Just feeling really lucky. Our team, if you look at each individual on our team, everyone's kind of in their own way had to overcome something, or have used these team events as a springboard into becoming something. So we have a really hungry team, and it's definitely a special one to be on. Just more experience. You know what I mean? These team events are so fun. It's great to just hang out with the guys. Such a different environment. So, most of us, we're trying to take a little bit of time off, but didn't want to take too much time off, obviously, with this event around the corner. So, not looking too far ahead, but really just want to play well this week and get some points up on the board for my guys. I'm not sure. They kind of seem, not too different. I'd say they're becoming closer to each other than in previous years. I feel like, with crowds and making that first tee shot really special, and everything that goes on with sort of the organization with the team rooms and the interactions and the coaches and a lot of familiar faces. So I'd have to sit here and think about sort of what the big differences would be. It's just competitive. Our everyday matches we play are very competitive. Pat and I played against Jordan and JT yesterday, and today we played against Tony and Max. So all very different, but we share the same sort of grit and fight and the want to win. So it is really special because of that. Well, not great, to be honest. So leaving that for the rest of the week here. We ended up losing to JT and Jordan, and that's a brutal pair to lose to because they're, as I would say, the sore winners. They like to rub it in your face.
I asked this question to Max yesterday, so I want to know what your answer is. What was your AIM username growing up? You had it.
AIM.
Like the AOL instant messenger.
Oh, I don't even know. I remember hopping on after school when I'm not going to remember. I don't know.
Max's was next Tiger Woods 59, so I didn't know.
Yeah, okay. That's nice.
What's it been like playing for Davis Rucker?
Super chill, very relaxing. He was a vice captain, or in previous cups that I've played in, where there's a Ryder Cup or a President's Cup, and he sort of, I think, realized that this sort of new influx of younger guys really enjoy a relaxed environment. We like to sort of get prepared on our own, and then when it comes to sessions in preparation, we like to compete. So they've done a good job of making sure that we have enough time for ourselves to sort of recover, to do anything we need to do in order to get ready. Yeah, Webb's one of my favorite guys out here. I know he wants to play so bad. It's sort of weird seeing him in the role that he's in. He played last week. He's been nursing that injury in his neck, so hoping that he'll be on a team in the future. I wouldn't say so. I mean, he just sort of was giving updates on sort of what the course is going to look like coming in, living on property, and he just brings a really sort of comfortable feel. He's so positive, and he's such a pleasure to have around, and such a nice guy to just talk to sort of in between shots. And so I think everyone on the team really enjoys having him out here. Like a cup against each other. I mean, I don't even know how that would look like. I'm all for competition. Logistically, it sounds like a nightmare just considering what's been happening. So, in terms of like who would run the event or, everyone getting together behind the scenes, I think it'd probably be less of an issue with the people actually competing versus sort of getting the structure in place. But competition is good for viewers and is good for golf. So, I mean, I don't even know how to answer that question from a personal standpoint. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say one or the other. You know what I mean? It's like if you have a sick venue and it's organized really well and, looks something like this, it's sort of what we all play for. Obviously, with what's been happening with the two sides and being on this side of the fence or that side of the fence, it's kind of just another hypothetical. I don't really get asked too much, to be honest. So, I don't get hounded down by too many questions about it. So, I mean, it's part of the job to answer questions that you guys ask us. That's why I'm standing here. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, if the President's Cup, playing every match with him was a catalyst, it would have been it. With our friendship, we were sort of put in the fire there, playing all matches. We're both rookies there, and we knew each other pretty well, but not, you get to know each other really well when you are in these team rooms, and it's kind of nitty gritty. You got, girlfriends or wives out, and it's sort of all-encompassing when you play in these events from a team aspect. So. That's probably in Australia is when we became very close, and we've just continued our friendship from there.
What did you learn about him in Australia that is kind of continuing to foster that relationship going forward? That you like so much?
He's a straight up guy. You guys know my dad fairly well. He's a straight shooter. Maybe a little more sarcastic, but I get to see a different side of Pat probably than you guys do, and I appreciate that. Sarcasm that he can bring at times, but at the same time, he's probably the most linear person I know. So if you want an honest answer, just ask him, and he'll probably tell you. Is that alternate shot? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? I feel like, we got throttled in Australia for a bit of that, so my other experience in the President's Cup was not like not like one of them struggling, or it didn't feel like they were struggling at all. We were struggling, so we just I'm not really sure. I know maybe the individual players on our team have different shot shapes, and they're easier to pair up that way. maybe a lot of the guys on our team play the same golf ball. There's so many little sort of factors that come into play when you play foursomes that need to align. And if you're playing different balls and you really like that person, it may not work out. You know what I mean? Because it could really affect how you shape shots and how you play the game. Yeah, we kind of see shots in a sort of certain or our style of play is very similar. Sort of to the fat part of greens, try to take advantage of par fives, low stress. We try to keep it as today was stressful, obviously in our match. We ended up tying it against Max and Tony, but for the most part, we sort of see shots the same way, and I think that's why our guys say foursomes is so good for us versus best ball.
Xander, switching up a little bit of topics, we want to know about your experience back in 2016 in Colombia when you saw Sebastian Munoz win in his hometown. How was the public? How was the whole environment back in Colombia?
Yeah. Wow, yeah. In Bogota, 8,000 feet. It was one of my first Corn Ferry events at web.com at the time, and I didn't know anyone, but I did know that Sebastian was a fan favorite, being rather local there, and the people and the fans of the city showed out in full form there to support him all the way to the end.
Awesome, man. What did you play with him during this week? Do you consider him an underdog as well?
So I look at Sebastian as someone that can shoot 61 on any day. And because of that, I would never consider him an underdog. So I know him fairly well out here in passing and in competing. So would love to play against him. Yep. He just has this sort of vibe about him. It's very SoCal. If you get to know him really well, he kind of worries and stresses out more than you think. But Freddie's great. He has a very nice balance of work and play. He cares a lot. He's very involved, and he just wants the best for everyone, and everyone can genuinely feel that. So. Yeah, he was very vocal about it. He saw us play, and he's seen a lot of people play in his career, and he just thought that would have been a good match. So, excuse me. I'm allergic to Bermuda, so it's been a rough week. Yeah. Antihistamines are kicking in, so I'm about to fall asleep. Yeah, I mean, I jitters, anxiousness, excitement. Of course, as soon as you make contact and walk off, doesn't really matter where the ball goes. You pretty much shake them off. Yeah, just swing really hard and go find your ball. It's been working for me up to this point, so I'm going to keep doing it. Fortunately, I have a lot of familiar faces, a lot of practice rounds and tournaments where we play against each other, so it's kind of cool to have them on my team. But I would just, when I sit back and look at our team room, I just feel lucky to be on this team and very honored, and just realize how special of a group all these guys are, and so really trying to make something special this week, and I think we're all on the same page to do that. What's that? Yeah, I may have found a little shop around the corner from the hotel and snagged a few for, more than just my team, in all honesty. It might be a big old party on Sunday. I've been sent the photo several times, but, I'm not super active online or on my phone. But yeah, people have had an enjoyment in making fun of me in that situation, so it's all good. Yeah, it was kind of like I'm assuming you want to do this. If that's cool with you guys, we're just going to, run it back. So it was sort of a very chilled conversation, nothing too serious. Oh, to play together? No. We were always looking forward to improving our record and trying to win some points for the USA. Cool. Juan Diego?
Yes.
Hi, Juan Diego. How are you? Yep.
With more reach appearance to the President's Cup, do you feel like when you get the younger players in there on the team that they come to you more and more the older you get, the more time you get in the team environment like that?
I mean, I'm starting to become one of the older guys out here, but thank you for the reminder. Guys are so good now. You know, we got Colin. He's won 2 majors, so I kind of go to him for some questions. And then we got Cam Young. Colin fresh off the boat, but he's almost won multiple majors, and he was Rookie of the Year. So there isn't too much really to bounce around other than just use each other sort of in a competitive way to get better or stay sharp.
Well, it is interesting because it was mentioned during Davis's press conference yesterday talking about Jordan history, multiple appearances for him not being one of the older guys now on the team with more experience. When you come in and, you know, fresh face, bouncing around, ready to go, does each time kind of settle that down, or do you come into it with a bigger appreciation for being part of this?
Yeah, you just love being a part of them. I mean, you kind of come in sort of blue-eyed, wide-eyed, not really, you know, understanding what the whole week is about. There's a lot of functions. There's a lot of sort of, you know, not meet and greets, but functions, I guess, that you know, run parallel to the tournament. So, you know, if you're someone that likes to sit on the range for 4 hours and putt for an hour and then chip for an hour and then go play 9 holes late, like, that may not be able to work. So, I mean, speaking to some of the veterans, understanding sort of how to, you know, shape your week to get all the work you need in to feel comfortable to compete has sort of been, you know, something that I've personally, you know, asked some of the veterans out here. And then everyone's always willing to help you, so that's always a plus.